There is no explosion, no fire, no smoke, no flash, only silence. Then, blank screens, frozen accounts, a growing invisible panic. At first, the outage appears minor, a glitch perhaps, but within minutes, it spreads, paralyzing financial institutions, grounding flights, crippling power grids. There is no enemy to see, no front lines, just a shadow. A force capable of tearing through the foundation of modern civilization. This is not a conventional weapon. It is quantum technology, a super-intelligent machine that can crack every code, unlock every secret, and unravel the entire digital fabric of society in a matter of seconds. This is the threat of quantum hacking. And once it begins, there is no going back. Today on Doomsday broadcast, a question with devastating implications. What if quantum hacking destroys the internet? And could it already be too late to prevent it? The modern world runs on trust. Not trust between people, not trust in governments, corporations, or institutions, but mathematical trust. Digital locks, invisible yet absolute, protect the flow of communication, commerce, and control. Everything depends on it. Medical records, military orders, satellite navigation, global banking. Every critical system relies on encryption to function safely. This encryption is built on a concept known as public key cryptography. Its strength lies in sheer complexity. For classical computers, breaking these keys would take thousands of years, making them effectively unbreakable under normal circumstances. Quantum computers, however, operate on a completely different principle. Using qubits, they can exist in multiple states at once, performing vast numbers of calculations simultaneously, tackling problems that were once considered mathematically impossible. To a quantum machine, modern encryption is no more secure than a child's puzzle. Every password, every cryptographic key, every digital vault can be unlocked in mere seconds, exposing secrets that were once thought safe for generations. Quietly, without fanfare, the world's superpowers are locked in a race toward a goal with consequences almost too vast to comprehend: quantum supremacy. The point at which quantum computers leap past the limits of even the most advanced classical machines. The United States, China, Russia, and the European Union have poured billions of dollars into the chase. Quantum labs are buried inside reinforced bunkers, shielded from outside interference. Entire satellites are launched into orbit just to test the strange, fragile principles of quantum communication. Private giants like Google, IBM, and others announce milestone after milestone, each one hailed as a step closer to rewriting the foundations of computing itself. But the real breakthroughs, the dangerous ones, rarely make headlines. They happen behind closed doors, hidden from the public eye, in the classified corridors of military contractors, intelligence agencies, and cyberwarfare divisions. In those shadowy spaces, progress isn't measured in research papers, but in weapons of the future. Security agencies have already given this looming threat a name: Y2Q, years to quantum. It's more than a technical term, it's a countdown clock ticking toward the day when today's encryption, the backbone of global banking, government secrets, and personal privacy, becomes worthless in the blink of an eye. The logic is brutal and simple. Whoever achieves quantum supremacy first holds the keys to digital domination. Every locked vault of data could suddenly swing wide open. Every rival's communication could be read as easily as a postcard. And here's the most unsettling question of all. What if that moment has already happened? What if quantum supremacy was reached in silence, concealed from the world? Then the global order may already be compromised. It begins on an ordinary day. At first, the signs are subtle. Banks report strange anomalies. Transactions are reversed without explanation. Payment systems begin to grind to a halt, leaving millions unable to move their money. Soon after, the disruption spread. Hospitals suddenly lose access to critical patient records. Air traffic controllers report mysterious outages, forcing planes to reroute or ground altogether. Data centers across entire continents flicker, then go dark. What at first seems like a catastrophic software failure, a glitch, a bug, a freak collapse, is quickly revealed to be something far more sinister. A quantum decryption cascade has begun, unraveling the backbone of the internet in real time. Encrypted files once believed secure for decades, even centuries, fall open in seconds. Nuclear launch protocols, classified intelligence dossiers, corporate trade secrets, global financial records, all stripped bare, all instantly vulnerable. With no encryption left intact, trust evaporates overnight. Governments scramble, markets collapse, and the world descends into a state of blind panic. As the digital infrastructure collapses, so too does the social order. Payment systems fail, leaving millions unable to buy food, pay bills, or withdraw cash. Digital identity systems are compromised, erasing passports, driver's licenses, and medical histories in an instant. Markets plummet with breathtaking speed, wiping out trillions in value in a single day. Cryptocurrencies, once celebrated as the untouchable future of finance, vanish overnight. The blockchain itself, built on the same foundations of public key encryption, is rendered meaningless. Trust evaporates. Without confidence in digital records, global supply chains grind to a halt. Cargo ships sit idle at sea, containers stacked like tombstones. Truck routes freeze as logistics software collapses. Within days, supermarket shelves stand empty, sparking riots and hoarding. Amid the growing chaos, a flood of deepfakes drowns every platform. Synthetic videos show presidents resigning, nuclear launches in progress, false declarations of war. Millions watch in real time, unsure what to believe. Governments scramble to respond, but no communication channel remains secure. Orders are intercepted, rewritten, and broadcast back into the system. No one knows which commands are authentic or who is truly in control. Military units receive conflicting directives. Generals hesitate, soldiers act on false instructions. Long-standing alliances begin to fracture under the weight of suspicion and fear. And above it all, like a ghost in the wires, the true source remains unseen. In the aftermath, the global internet as we once knew it no longer exists. Each nation turns inward, constructing isolated digital systems, splinternets, tightened, monitored, and enforced with absolute control. Firewalls become borders, and access is granted only through biometric authentication or state-issued devices. Outside these walled gardens lies the abandoned wreckage of the old internet, a contaminated wasteland of broken links, corrupted archives, fake data, and hidden traps waiting for the careless. What was once a boundless space of knowledge and connection has become a digital no man's land. Corporations with the foresight to prepare seize their moment, offering post-quantum encrypted services at a price. Only the wealthy and powerful can afford the security to communicate and trade safely. For everyone else, life is forced back into the analog age. Cash becomes king again. People return to pen and paper, keeping physical ledgers and handwritten contracts. Old radios, once thought obsolete, replace smartphones as the primary means of communication. Networks that once connected billions now move at the pace of a letter carried by hand. Daily life slows to a crawl. What was instant now takes days, even weeks. Survival depends entirely on whether a system, a government, or a household was prepared, or whether it was left behind to face the collapse unshielded. Quantum hacking doesn't just destroy data, it destroys reality itself, unraveling the foundations of society. Deepfakes become indistinguishable from truth. Entire histories, painstakingly recorded over centuries, are rewritten. Legal systems collapse under the unbearable weight of uncertainty. Evidence becomes irrelevant. Nothing can be trusted or verified. Laws can no longer be enforced. Even personal memories can be faked, manipulated, or erased. Trust, the invisible yet essential force that once held civilization together, is shattered beyond repair. In its absence, fear spreads like wildfire, infecting governments, corporations, and individuals alike. Some regimes seize the chaos, imposing absolute control, exploiting the moment to cement a new era of digital authoritarianism. Others descend into civil unrest, crumbling into violent conflict as authority evaporates. And still, one question haunts the remnants of the world. Who was behind the attack? Was it a rogue state? A shadowy corporation? A self-aware AI? Or was this simply the inevitable consequence of progress left unchecked? A catastrophic inevitability born from humanity's relentless push toward the edge of technological possibility? This isn't a war of bombs and bullets. It's a war of code, a conflict already underway yet largely invisible to the public eye. The weapon is silent, almost undetectable. Its impact is total, its legacy permanent and irreversible. Quantum hacking doesn't just topple systems, it marks the collapse of memory, trust, and shared reality itself. Entire networks, institutions, and histories can vanish in an instant. If the digital world is the brain of modern civilization, then this is a global lobotomy, severing the connections that once held societies together. Some will rebuild, forging new systems from the ruins. Some will adapt, finding ways to survive in a fractured world. Others will never recover, left behind in the digital wasteland. This is not a threat waiting for tomorrow. This is today's warning, a glimpse at the fragility of everything we've built, and the stakes of progress left unchecked. This was Doomsday Broadcast. Subscribe to prepare for the unthinkable. And remember, the end is always closer than it seems.